Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mondays with Mover. I am Mover, C.W. Lemoine, author of the Spectre series and the Alex Shepard series. Just a reminder, today is the last day to get Spectre Rising on sale for 99 cents. It's going back to the regular price tomorrow, so check that out if you haven't already. It's a great way to get started in the series. Happy New Year. Hope you guys have had a great holiday season. Our last video was on Christmas Eve, so I hope everybody had a great Christmas. And you've enjoyed your time at home if you can be with your family for the holidays. If not, thank you for what you do, especially if you're military, law enforcement, or any of our first responders that are out working for the holidays. Today I thought we'd kind of reflect back on 2018 and look forward to 2019. And one of the biggest things that's happened with this channel, so 2018, for me at least, was the start of Mondays with Mover. I started this vlog back in the spring of 2018, and I had no idea where this was going to go. I started just as a daily kind of, catching up, talking about stuff that was happening in my writing, and featuring the Camaro because I thought that was kind of cool, going through the process of that. And I thought as it went on, I did a video for you guys to start getting to know me as an author because, part of being an author is connecting with the fans and stuff. So I did a video of how I became a fighter pilot, and I had 120 subscribers, going into July when that video was made. And for some reason, YouTube picked it up and it ended up with over 100,000 views. And that's when the subscriber total started increasing. And one of the things I got out of that was a lot of people asking me how they could become a fighter pilot because, if you've watched that video, the biggest takeaway is I'm an average guy. I'm not special. I didn't have a 4.0 in high school. I didn't have a 4.0 in college. I wasn't, incredibly athletic or anything like that. I just was persistent, and I went through a lot of stuff to get to that point. And even during my career, I had setbacks. It's not a perfect career by any stretch of the imagination. It's not, and if you talk to others, I even featured Gonky on the channel. You talk to others, you realize that story is not unique. Every fighter pilot that I know has had some level of adversity, somebody telling them they can't do it, and they've overcome. And so through that, I've gotten hundreds of emails in the last 6 months that this has been a popular vlog, having gone from 100 subscribers to 30,000 or almost 30,000. It's like 27.5 right now. But having become a more popular vlog, I get a lot of questions. People asking, "Hey, here's my specific scenario. Do you think I've got a shot?" Somebody told me I couldn't be a fighter pilot. Now I'm late 20s, early 30s, and now I want to do it. And the overwhelming advice I give, and that's what I wanted to talk about today, is make them tell you no. The Shakespeare quote at the beginning, our doubts are our traitors, that's something that I picked up on when I was in IFF because I doubted myself. And that's the biggest roadblock you're going to have to your career. You're going to have people tell you that it's not possible. For example, when I was 16 and the optometrist told me I'd never fly professionally, you're going to have people tell you that it's an unrealistic expectation. You're going to have people tell you all the different reasons why you can't do it. And it doesn't, not just being a fighter pilot. I mean, this video specifically is more geared towards people who want to become fighter pilots, since this is a large portion of the subscriber base. But in general, anything you want to achieve, being an author, being a cop, anything that requires a long-term planning, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have people that tell you why it can't be done. That's a given. But you're also going to have to fight yourself, because as people tell you, well, it's impossible, there's no way you can do this, you're going to start to doubt yourself. And that's what I did. That's what so many people that have come to me on the channel are always saying. And you're going to have to overcome that. I've had people say, well, I just don't think I can do it. I'm like, well, stop that. Just stop. And I know it's easier said than done, but you have to go through the process as if it's going to happen. And by that I mean you have to make somebody in a position of authority tell you no. Don't tell yourself no, because Wayne Gretzky or Michael Scott, depending on who you ask, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And no more true is that than in the fighter pilot community, because you have to at least get to a point where somebody in a position of authority tells you no, and then push some more. Because if you self-eliminate before you've even started, you'll never know. You can come up with all these excuses. And the other part to that too is it's a battlescape that is constantly changing. And by that I mean what used to be true in the 1970s, where everybody says you have to have perfect vision and be able to apply for the astronaut program, is not true in 2019. What used to be true even a couple years ago, where units were saying, well, if you're not 28, so you can enter pilot training by your 30th birthday, you're too old. That's not true anymore either. There are waivers for just about everything. Now, some things there won't be, but for you to eliminate yourself before you even get to that point, you're wasting a good opportunity. So going into 2019, everybody makes these stupid New Year's resolutions, new year, new me, all that stuff. But if you're going to make one New Year's resolution, make them tell you no. Go through with it. Try it. Do what you can to make yourself competitive in that field, whether it's studying harder, getting better grades. I mean, it's not a deal breaker if you've got a 2.8 right now, especially if you can get your GPA higher, because it's a whole person concept. It's not a deal breaker if you don't have a pilot's license, because you can go get some flight time, or even if you can't, there are other aspects that they look at. You can get high scores. It's not a deal breaker if you failed a test, because you can probably retake that and try again. You have to continue making yourself better, and it starts small. It's the OODA loop: observe, orient, decide, act. So find out what it is that you want, orient yourself for that, decide that you want it. That's the most important thing. Decide that right now, this is what I want to be. This is who I am. And then act. Do your research. I posted 2 videos this year on how to become a fighter pilot, and one of them I put some really good links. I'll put them in the description here. One of them I put links to places that you can go do your own research, and that's the other part too. No one's going to spoon feed you anything. You can ask questions all day long, but the best way to get information is to research it yourself. Find the regulations, find the waiver guide. All that information is readily available, especially if you go to like baseops.net, which is flyingsquadron.com, and you go look at some of these sites. That information's there. Use the search function. Find it out. Be informed, so that when somebody tells you, well, hey, you have to have 2015 vision, you can go, nah, that's bullshit, dude. Look, here it is right here. Here's the NAMI standards for being a naval aviator. Here are the Wright Pat standards. Here's what Wright Pat put out in the flight surgeon guide for being an aviator in the Air Force for flying Class 1 physicals. Have the information so that you're making informed decisions, because no one's going to spoon feed you throughout your career. They're going to expect you to go out and get that. And that is part of this job, is having that aggressive mentality that you're going to go get what you want, and you're not going to wait for somebody to hand it to you. Because while it is good to be lucky, I mean, luck and timing play a crucial role in this job. It is more important that you go out and take what you want. And that's the mentality that you should take into 2019, is that I'm going to go take what I want. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to start working towards my goal. And it's a whole person thing. You work on fitness. If you're out of shape, you're going to have to be able to pass a PT test. So start out, run a half mile every day, run a mile, then run a mile and a half until you can get that. Start doing push-ups. Find out what the PT test standards are and start working towards that. Start lifting weights so you get your G tolerance up. Start putting yourself, and that's also going to make you more confident and make you feel better about yourself. Mind, body, and spirit, you can be preparing yourself for whatever it is that you want as you move into 2019. It doesn't have to be, this elaborate new year, new me, this is the year, because that never works. It has to be small. You have to take small bites of the apple and make it, as I talked about in another video, measurable, specific, and achievable. Set your goals, write them down. They have to be measurable. So, can I quantify them? Is it attainable? Is it realistic? If right now your GPA is 2.8, it's not realistic to have a 4.0. But if your GPA is 2.8 and you want a 3.1 or something like that, that's realistic. Or I want to score a 90 on the AFOQT pilot, that's realistic. You can study for that. It's doable. Don't eliminate yourself. Make someone who actually has the authority to tell you no before you give up on a dream that you've had, because you'll never achieve anything if you tell yourself no and then just walk away. So that's my advice for 2019. What's in store for me or for this channel in 2019? It's kind of the same thing. At the beginning of 2018, I had no idea. In fact, I didn't think I was going to fly again. I didn't think I was going to fly a pointy nose afterburner equipped aircraft. And by the end of 2018, I was flying the T-38. Now, granted, there was a setback with Hurricane Michael, but starting next week, I'm going back and starting orders to go finish my qualification with the T-38. So whether I'll be able to do videos during that 2 to 3 month period, they might be sporadic, I don't know, but that's one of my goals, get qualified in the T-38 and start flying again. I'm planning on releasing a new book. I'm going to finish 2 books this year. The first one being Spectre Book 8, which about 57 chapters. I plan to release that sometime in April. And then an Alex Shepard Book 3 should be coming out shortly thereafter, probably in late summer to early fall next year. I'm just planning on writing that. Then also, as I talked about, I've kind of put the poll up on the channel. I want to buy an airplane, so I'm actively looking for an airplane and doing a search on that, and that will be a part of this vlog. I would love to make that part of the channel, doing vlogs on flying, civil aviation, general aviation, and also maybe doing a little bit of animal rescue stuff with the aircraft. There's the ability to do charity flights to unite rescues with their owners, so I think that might be something cool to add to the channel. I hope that's something that can work out. And then also, in addition to the airplane, I will, DCS F-16s coming out next year. Probably do a video or 2 of that. Probably do some more stuff with Bo, with the GTA. I mean, it won't be a regular thing, but next week will be part 2 of that video, based on the popular demand of the first one. So I'll produce part 2 of what we did. It's the same. We did it all in one night, so nothing's changed. No mods have changed or anything like that, but it's just the rest, what else we did. And so we might do some more of that as time goes on. And then in probably 8 weeks or so, I was part of a group purchase for an F-16 STI 2011 that I will do a review on and go out and shoot. It's an awesome handgun that I hope will be something you guys will enjoy taking a look at and shooting. So a lot of great things coming up in 2019. I'm really excited, completely floored and honored that the channel has gone from 100 subscribers to almost 30,000 and growing. That's amazing. I appreciate all of you and all of my supporters, especially those of you that have bought the books and support the writing side of this, because remember, this is an author vlog. So thank you for everything. I hope you have a wonderful 2019, and I look forward to more with you. All right, so mover mailbag. Haven't done one of these in a while, and for the first time, I'm actually doing a actual, no kidding, mover mailbag. It's not just email, but it's an actual mailbag. And so, if you want to send me something, I apologize. There was actually some stuff in my mailbox this weekend, but the post office was closed, so didn't get to get it on this vlog. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go do it. But I did get something last week, so I wanted to add this on the channel. Didn't put it on the DC or the author video because it was just too long, but from Harrison in Atlanta, Georgia. And what he has sent me is a note that I will read. It was very nice. He's a former Apache pilot. And what he said was, thanks for all the great content and sharing your story. It's always refreshing to see others pursue their passions in life. Even better when you get to do it all. Close is a challenge coin I had minted over my second deployment. The Reaper doubles as a bottle opener should you feel the need to crack a cold one after your shift. Take care, stay safe. If I ever catch you in New Orleans, be glad to buy you a beer. Oh, and go Army, beat Navy. Thanks, Harrison. I really appreciate it. And here is the coin that he sent. It's a pretty awesome thing there, if we get it open. Let's see. Check this out. It says, Fear the Reaper, ACO 1, TAC 101, Spectre, so just like Spectre, and Operation Freedom Sentinel. So I don't know if you can see that, which it's awesome. Check this out. How badass is that? So Harrison, thank you so much. I appreciate the mail. And if you want to send something to Mover Mailbag, the address, P.O. Box 8594, I'll put that up on the screen. And I appreciate it. And Harrison, thank you for your service, and thank you for all that you do. Thanks for watching the channel, and I hope to take you up on that offer sometime. All right, that'll do it for today's episode of Mondays with Mover. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. You know, it just boils down to make them tell you no. You know, don't eliminate yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just go out and take it, and you know, make somebody in a position of power tell you that it's not possible, and then push a little bit more, see if it works. And if it does, then great, you're going to be well on your way. And if not, then at least you gave it everything you had, and you know when you go to bed at night that you did all that you could, and you will have no regrets whatsoever that you didn't do enough. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you again in the coming episodes. Have a great New Year. Be safe tonight for New Year's Eve, and I will see you next time.